All right, guys, let's stop guessing and start doing the math. Everyone online is saying RV parks are cash machines, but how much do they really make? Today, I'm gonna break down the numbers behind a real RV park deal, step by step, so you can see exactly how one property can gross over $50,000 a month. You see, this isn't just theory, it's not just hype. I'm going to show you the good, the bad, the hidden costs, and even compare it to apartments, Airbnbs, and storage units. So you'll know why RV parks are quickly becoming one of the best kept secrets in all of real estate. Quick story before we dive into the spreadsheets. Just a couple years ago, when I toured a park, our first park in Montana, it's about 60 sites and some self-storage. Family owned, tired operator. The place just needed a little TLC. The asking price was just over $5 million. And at first glance, it looked pretty average. But when I asked about seeing the books and the financials, that's when I was really surprised. You see, even with the outdated marketing and older website, half the amenities broken, the park was grossing $80,000 to $90,000 a month during peak season. So that's when I really realized it's not some backwoods side hustle. This is serious business and an opportunity. And once you understand the math, you'll never look at RV parks the same way again. So before we crunch the numbers, let me tell you how people mess things up. Mistake number one is they assume full occupancy, 365 days a year. That never happens. Never in apartments, never in Airbnbs, and definitely not in RV parks. According to Campgrounds of America 2023 North American Camping Report, the average RVer takes about 4.5 trips a year and stays just over 4 nights a trip. That means turnover, means more seasonality. You gotta bake that into your math. The second mistake is ignoring expenses. I can't tell you how many people out there come to me and say, look, this park's making $500,000 a year gross. It's amazing, but there's things like utilities, payroll, insurance, repairs. They're lucky to keep half. Mistake number three is forgetting seasonality. You see, in Montana, where I live, summers look like Disneyland. You're booked solid, but in January, the only thing moving is a snowplow. So if you just grab the top line number and profit, you're lying to yourself. All right, so let's build a simple model. So let's just imagine a park with 60 rentable sites. Average nightly rate is $40. Nothing fancy, not luxury. Just a clean, middle of the market park. Now occupancy, let's be conservative, 70% across the year. That means 42 sites are filled on an average night. So $40 a night times 42 sites times 30 nights in a month is $50,400 a month in gross revenue. Now that's just site rent, but here's the great part. RV parks make money other places. So you have laundry machines, $1,000 a month, Wi-Fi that people are paying for, $1,200 a month. Small on-site store, maybe making $2,000 a month. You see the numbers just keep adding up, and that's close to $54,000 a month in gross income. Let me pause right there though. Comment below what you would do with an extra $50,000 a month gross. Reinvest, buy a boat, quit your 9 to 5. I want to see where your head's at. Now let's get real about the expenses, because this is the biggest part. This is where most people get punched in the mouth. Utilities, water, power, sewer, let's call that $6,000 a month. Staff, which a lot of mom and pops don't have on the books. That's another $5,000. Repairs and maintenance. RV parks have roads, septic systems, landscaping. Average $2,000 a month. Insurance and property taxes, $3,000. Marketing systems, maybe $1,000 to run software and ads. You add it all up, you're somewhere in the $16,000, $17,000 range. So out of that $54,000, you're left with about $38,000 in NOI. Multiply that by 12 months. Now you're roughly at $450,000 a year in NOI. That's the real number. Still insane compared to apartments. Let's talk about the value. In commercial real estate, properties are valued based on income, not comps. Multifamily apartments, they're trading at 5 to 6% cap rates. That means for about every $100,000 of NOI, their property value is roughly $2 million. RV parks, on the other hand, often trade at a higher cap rate, 9 to 12 caps, because, maybe banks or big institutional funds don't fully understand them quite yet. So if you take our $457,000 as an NOI, for an example, at a 10 cap, that park is worth about $4.5 million. Imagine you bought it for $1.2 million, and after a year of operations, you get this thing running, right? Not only are you pocketing hundreds of thousands in profit annually, you've just created millions in equity. So that's why wealthy investors are quietly shifting billions into RV parks. That's just the pure math. So the takeaway is RV parks aren't some backwoods gamble. The math just simply works. The revenue streams are diverse, the expenses are manageable, and the valuations can be life-changing. Now the big question is, what if you don't have the money to buy one? Well, that's when it gets fun. That's probably my favorite part. I'll show you in this next video how you can buy one with zero down. No banks, no credit, no cash out of pocket. So make sure you subscribe and watch our next video, because that one is coming soon. We'll see you guys soon.